up, everybody? Pickpocket Podcast. We got my boy Joe in here. Week
Yo,
three already upon us, man. NFL season moved by so damn fucking quick. But man, long live Sway. It's forever Sway. Let's get these picks right for fucking Sway, man. All right, man. We got the Colts and the Bears. Fucking Colts fucked me last week. Fuck the Colts, but I think I'm still on them again this week. What you thinking for this game here?
man. So I've been looking into this one all week. I got the Bears
Mm.
because I seen the Colts are very short-handed with a couple key players.
Right,
Defensively,
defensive line, Buckner's
defensive
out.
line, Buckner's out. A couple of safeties, I think, are out. Richardson, he looked really good the first game,
Mm.
but I feel like he came down to earth a little bit after because he was being making some super mistakes last game. Um, and I had the Colts last game too. They should have won that game, but I don't see how they do it this week against the Bears. I got the Bears.
For me, I think a really good player prop, a touchdown score. Jonathan Taylor's getting in. The way Tony Pollard did us week one, and he didn't get in. Jonathan Taylor didn't get in week last week. I do think that's like one of my locks for this game. The Bears' running defense still isn't great. It's
Hmm.
mediocre at best, you know. Um, but man, just got some little facts here. The Bears have lost 18 of their last 19 Sunday road games.
Mm, that's a
Reason
good
why I'm
stat.
on the Colts, and the Colts have covered the spread in seven of the last eight week three games.
Mm,
And the Bears failed to cover the spread in 12 of their last 14 games against teams that held a losing record. I'm on the Colts here, but what I like the most is Colts plus 3.5, Jonathan Taylor touchdown, just to
that's
be
solid.
safe. Yeah, I like that little two-legger, Colts plus 3.5, Taylor touchdown. I wouldn't be surprised if the Bears pull it out, especially with how the Colts looked against the Packers last week. But to be fair,
Mm.
the Packers
Against what the fuck was his name?
Malik Willis,
Exactly.
yeah, that's they should have won that game. They were
They
like,
should have won that game. But I'm just staying off the Colts regardless the rest of the season.
yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong for that shit, dog. Just because I know how, man, I lost some money fucking around with the
Yeah, I
Colts.
lost my big slip because of the Colts.
Yeah, fuck the Colts. But yeah, Taylor touchdown is my like most confident pick for this game at plus 105 odds. Getting it at plus money, or
It's solid.
solid, you know. So that's what we got for that game. Man, moving on to the next game, what we got here? The Bucks and the Broncos. Broncos 0-2 on the year. Um, they haven't found their groove yet. Bo Nix hasn't looked great, but on the other hand, the Buccaneers they've been pulling out some wins. Baker Mayfield's looking like a fucking MVP. Chris
Hmm.
Godwin, top receiver in the league right now.
Hmm.
I don't see how you can go against the Buccaneers here. Um, I think I'm on the Bucks all the way. Minus 265 odds money line. I like the -6 spread and minus 115 here too. I think the Buccaneers shit on the Broncos.
Yeah.
I know the Broncos still have a solid defense, and Baker Mayfield might throw an interception or or even two, but I still think it's a winnable game because Broncos don't
Mm.
have anything on offense to give them.
Yeah, the Bucks defense has solidified themselves this season.
Oh God, that
Um,
it's
I
facts.
really I do like the Bucks too. I really like White touchdown. Hasn't scored yet. Um,
Mm-hmm.
plus 105. I think he gets in. He hasn't scored all season. It's been pretty much just Baker throwing the ball.
Yeah, yeah.
Give me Rashad White touchdown and Bucks money line.
And yeah, just a couple fun facts to support that -6.5 line for the Bucks. It's been covered three of their last five games at home, and
Mm,
it's been covered and by the Buccaneers in two consecutive home games. 2 games at home.
Damn, it's a good start.
So I'm all over that minus
If
6.5 spread.
if this is the game that'll disappoint us for the week, I'll happily take it.
Yeah.
But like from what we're seeing, they should roll them boys.
Yeah, I think, man, they should. The
I'm
Buccaneers,
okay. I'm okay with it being disappointing, but mm, from what we're seeing, it shouldn't be.
yeah, especially like going even back to last playoffs, the Buccaneers,
Yeah, I've been watching them since last year. I've
exactly.
been
You
keeping my eye on them since last year, since the divisional against the Lions, all that.
they got the weapons on offense. Like you said, that defense has solidified itself. I think like there's no way. I think the Buccaneers should be like minus 400 favorites the way they've looked so far this year. Minus 265 might be a little discount, but we're
Yeah,
both on. I think we're both on the spread, right?
I,
Minus
I
6.
think I think they're look yeah the spread. I think they're looking at it as this is the game to decide whether or not the Buccaneers are really the force that they're showing they are to be. You know,
Yeah, and if they win this game and completely dominate, that line against teams like the Broncos is gonna be a
yeah, it's gonna
not
go way up.
is gonna go way up. Um, yeah, I think that's a simple pick, easy,
I
easy.
think this week as well is one of those weeks because we had how many underdogs win last week? So just
Shit.
be very careful with the underdogs that won last week. This could be a favorite week, or
Yeah,
it could be the same. But all the spreads, nothing's over 10. So
yeah, exactly. There's nothing over 10 here, right? Um, but yeah, I mean, even like I have in my notes here, like you mentioned the white touchdown. I had just to be safe, Rashad White touchdown and Bucks minus 2.5. It's plus
solid.
50 odds around there, plus 154 or something. But I like that too. But yeah, we're both on the Bucks here. We're both heavy on the Bucks here. Moving on, man. We got the Chargers at the Steelers. Ooh, this was one of those games that's like I'm very on the fence about. I don't understand.
Yeah.
I think the odds should be. I mean, I know the Steelers' defense has looked fucking great this year, but they haven't really played any great offenses either. Who they
Hmm.
played? They played the Broncos and they played the man. Who the fuck they played? Man, why can't
They
I think?
played first game they played.
I know they fucking won.
Yeah, they won. They're 2-0.
Yeah, they're 2-0, but I can't think of who the fuck they played.
They played, I'll tell you right now. All right. The first game they played was the Falcons. That was a good team. Good defense.
Damn. Yeah, yeah.
18-10.
Falcons. Fuck yeah. Um, but
I
man,
think, yeah, go ahead.
Justin Herbert. I mean, there's no props available for him right now, so I don't know if he's gonna play. Right? If Jay Herbert was playing, I'm
He's
on
gonna
the
play.
Chargers
I
here.
I don't see him not playing. He's very tough.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna play.
Um. Yeah. I think this will be a low scoring game, though.
Give me the under, yeah.
Under that under is 35 right now.
Yeah, it's gonna go under, bro. Somehow, some way.
You say it's gonna go under. Here,
Somehow.
what I have for this game. Uh over 16 and a half points for the Chargers as a single bet. That's minus 110 odds. I like that. I think they can put up 17 points this game. And I like the money line here for the Chargers.
Yeah, like you said, this is a game I'm on the fence about. My first instinct will be okay, Chargers are underdogs, let's take the Chargers. Um, I'm gonna go against the grain with myself and just take the Steelers. Just based off like, all right, they're probably the Chargers are okay, Herbert's gonna be hurt. The Steelers defense is not somebody to play with at home. Um, I think this is a swing game. It can go either way. It can go either way. But I'll take the favorite just because they're home.
A
And
little
I think
prop
it's going under.
under 35. I would alternate it a little bit, maybe to 37 and a half, just in case like a 2017 game. 35 is
Mhm.
really fucking low. I'm surprised too, because it's not like the Chargers haven't been putting up points this year, but the Steelers have been winning defensive games, and if they can make it their type of game, they're gonna win the game. And I could see Herbert making a couple mistakes, throwing an interception.
Against this really good defense.
Yeah,
Man, look at this. Something that stood out is George Pickens touchdown 250. He hasn't scored yet. They are getting him the ball.
yeah, he's got
Uh,
the most receptions on that team.
Right. Plus 250 touchdown. I think that's solid. J.K. Dobbins touchdown. That's solid too. Or Gus Edwards. I
Uh,
expect a touchdown. I expect a touchdown at least from either team.
I'm gonna throw this out there. TJ Watt over 0.75 sacks minus 115 odds. I think he can get to Justin Herbert, and especially since that line isn't fucking great. If they had a great offensive line, like to be honest, they'd be unstoppable, the Chargers. And if that
Mm.
defense on paper translated on the field, they're unstoppable. But I don't know, coaching in that organization has always been a fucking problem. But I like Pickens here too. I mean, and I like what I like the most for this game is that over 16 and a half for the Chargers. Minus 110 odds, you can't really beat it. I think they're good
That is
enough
good.
offense, despite the Steelers being great defense to put up 17 points.
I think this will be a coach game. Um, which is a better coach who makes the better decisions. You know,
Tomlin.
two veteran coaches.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I do keep on forgetting Harbaugh's in fucking LA now. But yeah, we're a little bit on the fence about this one, but my official pick is over 16 and a half points Chargers. I do like them as the underdog here too. And I like that TJ Watt over on the sacks, minus 115 odds. I think he gets there. What we
Yeah,
got
solid.
next? We got the Giants at the Browns, plus 225 for the Giants, minus 275 for the Browns. It's a tough game. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I think it's tough on either side. Um, the Giants just look awful. Um, they had a
Hmm.
tight game last week though, but
Yeah.
I don't know. It's this could be either a team that's improving by week, which is the Browns, or a team that's getting worse, which mm, I probably won't bet this game just because how ugly it is. But I do see the Browns winning this game. Defense shows up. Watson, he got a little better from week one.
Yeah.
So hopefully he keeps it up.
Still not great. Freaking like under 200 passing yards, I think still. But
Hmm.
I got a two-legger for this game. I'm not gonna probably gonna throw like half a unit on it, nothing crazy. Like I got the Giants plus 10 and a half and what's it called? And over 16 and a half points for Cleveland, two-legger, plus 125 odds. So as long
Solid.
as Cleveland scores 17 points and the Jets can cover it at 10 and a half, I think that's a good little two-leg play. I see that giant. I do think the Browns dominate this game, but I see that plus 10 coming in like a backdoor situation where the fourth
Mm.
quarter the Giants are just coming back trying to win, and it's not really a close game, but final score is kind of close.
Yeah, they'll fuck around, have a garbage time touchdown or something.
Yeah, you know what I mean. But yeah, nothing too crazy about that game. What we got next? Ooh, I like this game a lot. The Texans and the Vikings. Really close odds here. I'm surprised the Texans are favorite here at minus 125. Vikings plus 105 after just beating the team that was in the Super Bowl last year, one of the best teams in the league, the 49.
Let's remember, they're missing key players as well.
They are, that's true, but still
But still, yeah, you're right. But still, you're right. And
still
what? They were home? Were the Vikings home?
I think that may have been in San Francisco. I'm not sure though.
Oh, they won over there. They mean business.
Yeah, they. I mean, I didn't. Are the Vikings for real? Is that the question? I mean,
That is the question, 100%.
after seeing what I saw last week, I mean, the 49ers weren't even in that game. Like, let's be honest, like in the second half at all. After that 97-yard dot to Jefferson, uh, I like Jones to get in for this game. I like the Vikings here just because they beat the 49ers simply because of that. Joe, let me hear what you got on this game.
Yeah, like you said earlier, this is gonna be whether we decide the Vikings are for real or not. I personally will take the better quarterback in this one, just Texans, just based off CJ Stroud. They didn't play that good last week against our Bears. You've seen what happened. They were playing really good the first half, shut down for the rest of the game. And I think maybe they right that ship here. Um, What, they got former players coming back over there too. Daniel Hunter coming back over there. I
Mm,
don't know, man. That Texas defensive line is nasty. They're nasty.
mm. Damn. You know
They
what?
are. They're nasty, bro.
I I'm I'm like I'm
Yeah,
so
this is a game you should be on the fence about.
yeah, it is one
It's
of those games, you know.
it's one of those games. Yeah.
I think over 42 and a half alternate hits, that's minus 175 odds if anybody wants to lay the juice there. Um Jones touchdown, Vikings plus 3.5 is plus 175. I do think it's a close game at the end of the day. This like I don't see either team blowing out the other. And if the Vikings do blow out the Texans in this game, you just gotta play the Vikings from here
Yeah,
on
until they lose. Yeah, until they lose for sure.
until they lose.
Sam Darnold looked good, but
Yeah,
mm,
yeah, Sam. I mean, everything's going right for the Vikings. I think the Texans, what they should have smoked the Bears in that second half. I think they took their
they
foot
should
off
have.
the gas a little bit.
The fumble too. They were about to score.
Yeah,
It would have been a
I
different
mean,
score.
uh, I gotta go with the team that's looked a little bit better this year and is fucking
The Vikings.
and they completely obliterated the Giants week 1 and then they fucking beat the 49ers who are missing key players to be fair, but still that is a game where I had a
Hmm.
two-leg parlay with the 49ers and the Colts or some shit and I thought
Yeah,
that
nobody expected them to lose that game for sure.
yeah. But yeah, I'm on the Vikings plus 3.5 and that Jones touchdown the most. I like the plus 175 odds. I like the over 42.5. I do think it's a high scoring game at the end of the day. Man. What we got next? We got Saints and the Eagles, right? Ooh,
Hmm.
another tough fucking game, especially with how the Saints been playing.
Right, and they're home.
Mm,
I feel like they eat up Jalen Hurts' game. I feel
yeah,
like they. I don't know, man. Like the normal. Normally, I would take the plus 130 with the Eagles, but just the way they've looked lately, like they don't look good at all, bro. Like
ever
week
since
one, week one they didn't look good against the Packers. The last game, the fucking Saquon drop, they should have won that game. I don't know. The Saints defense ain't nothing to play with. I got the
uh,
Saints.
yeah, they playing like they got bounties on motherfuckers' heads again, dog. Bro, the Saints are legit. I'm not gonna lie. I was looking at the lines last week, at the line last weekend. I was like, man, this is plus 250 odds against the Cowboys. You know, the Cowboys defense is good, but
Hmm.
when they face a quarterback that could, throw them deep balls and fucking like be
Somebody that's comfortable in the pocket.
exactly, you just took the words out of my damn mouth. Somebody who's comfortable in the pocket, that was an
Yeah,
impressive win.
Derek Carr. Derek Carr looks good. He looks really good.
He looks
And
fucking
I've always liked Derek Carr. He just has never been surrounded by the best situations.
exactly, exactly. I mean, some stats on this game. I mean, 8 of the Eagles' last 9 road games have gone under the total points, and 5 of the Saints' last 6 home games against NFC opponents have gone under the total points. So maybe we're looking at a little defensive clinic from the
The
Saints.
Saints. Hmm.
Mm,
That
I,
defense is legit, man.
it's legit. I
They
agree.
added who did they add from the 49ers? His name Chase Young. They added Chase Young. He
Mhm.
looks good. He looks like he on a redemption tour. He looks really, really good. Tyron Matthew, he looks good.
I got some player props I just want to throw out. Derek Carr has recorded at least 225 passing yards, six of his last 7 September appearances against the team when he was a home favorite. Shaheed has
Mhm.
65 receiving yards in each of the last Saints four games following a win. And I got another one on Shaheed. He scored a touchdown in each of the last Saints' last 4 games following a win. I think Shaheed could get in for another one of those fucking 50-yard touchdowns in this game, to be honest. I don't think the Eagles
Mhm.
defense is that great. I just threw out that Shaheed.
No, they got a bunch of young bulls over there too.
I mean,
Like on the safety side, DB side,
yeah,
cornerback side, they
exactly.
got a bunch of young bulls. Yeah.
And they got like Gardner John that's his name, right? With
CJ Gardner Johnson.
Yeah. I think he gets a little too emotional and shit. Man, I think a lot of people could get in for the Saints here. I mean, this could be a repeat of how the Saints did the Cowboys. It honestly can't. But I
Yeah.
think we're both on the Saints here. What do I have in my notes? I got Saints plus 3.5 and over 42.5 total points for the game. That's minus 110 odds.
I got a I got a real dart, if you will. Plus 450 Juwan Johnson touchdown. Tight
Ooh,
end for the Saints.
okay.
I got him I got him in one of my fantasies and he's actually seeing good numbers. He scored already once. Um plus 450, that's solid. I don't and he's huge. That guy's huge.
Yeah,
Um I don't see anybody be able to block him down there. If they get into the red zone situation,
yeah.
quick throw to Johnson touchdown. That's usually where they look for him when they're in the red zone.
Um, yeah, like I said, I'm here on the Saints plus 3.5 and over 42.5 total points, minus 110 odds. I think that's a play. I know
That's solid.
I think the total the alternate the over under right now is at what 50? So we got 7 points to work with here. Um, yeah, I like the Saints here. The Saints are legit this year. I wouldn't be surprised if they even make a run in the fucking playoffs. That's how
Mm.
confident I am that that team is just so good all around. Like the defense is good, the offensive line is so good. You don't even, Derek Carr is showing out. You got receivers to throw the ball to. I mean,
Kamara playing fucking
like the first,
insane.
yeah, Kamara, what, 4 touchdowns on the year already through 2 games? It might be
Hmm.
five actually, because he has 4 rushing touchdowns, maybe 1 receiving touchdown.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think he had a receiving touchdown.
yep. So 5 touchdowns on the year, crazy through 2 games. Um, Man, moving on though, we got the Packers playing at Titans. Plus 120 odds for the Packers. Kind of surprising. Minus 142 for the Titans. I know what I got for this game, G. I mean, I
Uh,
don't even want to say anything other than Will Levis under 210.5 passing yards and Packers plus 4.5 plus 150 odds.
um, honestly, the Titans should be 2-0, but their own turnovers, their own demise,
Levis,
basically. Yeah,
Levis,
Levis, and Levis looked really good first half of both of those games. Like you seen what he was doing to the Bears. Um, silly dumb mistakes. They should be 2-0, bro. They were beating the Jets. Another silly fumble by him
yeah,
cost them the game.
yeah.
I'm on Titans on this one. Not pretty, obviously. Not too fucking happy about it, but I like the Titans to be 2-1. I don't think they're gonna go through. I don't think they're gonna go 0-3.
Right, right.
I think, I think Levis will clean it up. We know he's good. You know he's talented. But if it's Malik Willis again, it won't be as pretty.
Yeah. Um,
Titans defense is good. Titans defense is good.
I just think the Packers defense is so good too. Like I think they're gonna give Levis a lot of trouble in this game. That's why I'm taking that under 210.5 passing yards. I actually love this two-leg parlay I threw out just because it can be a close game, giving the Packers 4.5 points, and we're giving Levis to throw under 210.5 yards on my side. That's plus 150 odds. I mean, I'm gonna play that pretty heavy. Um, I think the Titans can win, but if they win, I don't think they're gonna win by more than like a field goal.
Yeah, that's about it. Yeah. Field
Yeah.
goal. I
Um,
think I think it'll be tight. Titans will have a chance to kick a field goal, win the game.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, that could definitely see that happening and shit. But yeah, that's all I got for that game. Moving on, what we got? Another game that's like Raiders and the Panthers. I mean, I think you got to play the Raiders here after they beat Baltimore last week,
Hmm. They're gonna
and
carry that momentum.
Andy Dalton is coming in, which is probably an upgrade considering how bad Bryce Young has been his first 20 games into his career. Like, holy shit, he's been so fucking bad. But that offensive line is so bad, which is why Max Crosby over 0.75 sacks, minus 140 odds. I love that in this game. I like Zamir White to get in, and the Raiders money line plus 150 odds on that.
That's solid. Yeah, I gotta go with the Raiders here. Just their defense is really, really good. Um, Panthers don't really have much to say about them.
Bro, like the Panthers are so bad. Like it's not even like it, you
Mhm.
if you bet on the Panthers, like what are you doing? You know, like you just,
I feel like they'll win one game or two or three, depending, but fuck, yeah, they're just really bad.
they're clearly like the worst team in the league, and it's probably not even close. You know, like I thought the Patriots may stink up the bed this year, but shit, they beat the Bengals week 1, so they're already better by default because they beat the
Hmm.
Bengals. Yeah, I mean the Panthers. Shit, dude, you just can't bet on them. I wouldn't be surprised though if Andy Dalton comes out and fucking rip and does some shit in this game. Like,
Well, Dalton,
yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he comes out Red Rocket. He probably gonna have a good
if
connection with Adam Thielen,
if
low key.
if you're thinking about like okay, like the spread, I don't really like the spread for the Raiders because maybe this is an overreaction. They beat the Ravens. All right, cool. The
I'm gonna.
Ravens haven't been that good this year, but I don't really like that spread for the Raiders. I don't think. I think maybe they're assuming that they're going to destroy them, but they
Yeah,
did play a good Raiders team, I guess. I mean, Ravens team.
yeah. I mean that was a game the Ravens kind of fumbled. You know, they should have
They should have won
definitely.
that game.
Yeah. But Minshew is always like he's like one of those quarterbacks that's probably equally as good as Dalton,
Hmm.
like and the Raiders are a better team, like you said. They got the better defense, a lot better defense. The
Way better
Panthers,
weapons.
yeah, Panthers just stink all the way around. And I mean, I could see the Raiders just completely
Yeah,
blown.
actually, yeah, take the Raiders spread. I don't see how they lose this game at
Yeah.
home. I feel like the coach, he's gonna be like, yeah, bro, we are not losing to these guys.
Yeah, yeah. Um, Panthers are just not a team you could bet on. I didn't think the Raiders were really either 2 weeks ago
No,
because
they're not. They're not. Don't overreact. They're
yeah,
not that good.
yeah, they're not. They're definitely not. But they're probably gonna be 2-1 to start the year. So
Hmm.
like
Solid.
yeah, I like the Raiders here and Zamir White to get in for a touchdown.
That's solid.
Uh,
You got the Raiders.
Man, another game where the odds seem a little bit like too favorable for us is Dolphins at the Seahawks. Seahawks
Mm.
minus 225, Dolphins plus 185 money line. I'm all over the Seahawks here, bro. I'm not overthinking this one. I like Geno Smith and the Seahawks. Geno Smith two
Mm.
pass touchdowns. Seahawks to win plus 130.
That's solid. Yeah, this is another game, ugly game. I gotta go with the better quarterback. He's home. They almost lost the last game, but I
Mm,
still take them. Give me DK to get in. I like DK getting in there.
mm.
The Dolphins defense is not that good. Secondary is not that good.
On
They should
paper
see
it is, but on the
on
field
paper it is, but like come on, they're not that good.
yeah, they just not like well, they need a better defensive coordinator or something. I don't know. Because they should
Yeah.
be better than what they are, you know what I mean?
Uh the Dolphins got the weapons though. Maybe Mike McDaniel, what the fuck is his name? Mike McDaniel?
Yeah.
Maybe he can scheme something up. I don't know. The Seahawks haven't been looking that good actually, but give me the Seahawks. I gotta go with the quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, now that I'm looking at it, you just mentioned it. Mike McDaniel is like I'm all over the Seahawks still, but I fucking don't know how to say this guy's name. Devon A-Chain.
A-Chan,
A-Chan. He
really good.
he could get in for a touchdown this game at plus 100 odds. Um, but because they're gonna be run heavy with Skylar Thompson throwing the ball, the guy sucks. I mean, shit.
Yeah, he's not good.
There ain't nothing more to it. He's not good at all. I mean, even if Tua was playing this game, I would have been like on the fence. I would have thought this is a really close game.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I
So
probably would have went with the Seahawks, even if
still,
Tua was playing.
yeah, like I would have probably like took like a plus 3.5, plus 4.5 spread on the Seahawks if Tua was playing. I'm all over the Seahawks here. I think you can even take the minus 4.5 spread. I mean, but Mike McDaniel's not a terrible coach. He will figure out a way to keep the game somewhat close. But I do think Geno Smith 2 passing touchdowns and Seahawks to win is a nice play.
So, yeah,
Um,
he's due too. Geno's due for a good game.
yeah, he is. Yeah, and like you said, you think Metcalf gets in? I mean, they got some weapons over there. That tight end Bowers has been playing well.
Oh yeah, really good.
So, well, I'm too again. Bowers,
Yeah, Bowers is with the Raiders.
Bowers on the Raiders. Who am I thinking of? Who the fuck am I thinking
Who's
of?
their tight end over there?
That it ain't even their tight end. He's a receiver. He's just big as hell. I'm thinking of Najigba.
Oh yeah, he's good. Ohio
Yeah,
State. He's really good.
yeah. But shit, that's about it for that game. Man, next game, bro. I was so man, 49ers at the Rams. I was so all over the fucking Rams last week, man.
Hmm. But after the fucking demolition they received
Yeah, I
from
gotta go.
Arizona,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. They're just too many injuries over there. They got a lot of missing pieces over there. Cooper Kupp's hurt. No Puka. They don't
Yeah,
really got an offensive line like that. Like
nah,
this is a get right spot for the 49ers.
this is definitely I mean, yeah, I'll even take that -6.5. And I like this is another game where I like Nick Bosa to get a sack. Shit, that offensive line isn't great, like
I
you said.
I feel really bad though for Sean McVay just because I know he's a really really good coach, bro. Like he's one of my
Yeah,
favorite coaches in the league. He's gonna start 0-3 this year.
yep. Hey, they
If
could
they would have
always
won that first game, if they would have won that first game against the Lions, they would have been looking good. But they should have won
yeah,
that game.
they should have won that game indeed. I bet them that game.
Mm-hmm.
Um
Me too.
I mean, my -285 seems a little heavy for a team that just lost against the Vikings, but I
Yeah,
mean,
pretty
we gotta
pretty
still
steep.
figure out what's happening with the Vikings and if they are this fucking legitimate scary team.
This week, yeah, this week will show us what we're looking for all
Exactly.
these teams. This is a pinnacle point in the week. Not like, betting wise and like picking the right team wise and who's on the right track.
Yeah. This is the week where we learn a lot about.
Who's for real and who's not.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I mean, I don't have much to say. Rams are beat up. I think 49ers, if they lose this game, even though they're beat up as well,
Mm,
then they're
yeah,
having some problems.
then we have to worry about the Niners
Yeah, we have to
if they
worry
lose
about
this game. Yeah.
that. Shit, man. I like. You like any touchdown props for this game?
Let me see real quick. Oh, let me see. Jordan Mason, probably gonna get in there.
I think,
Sleeper, Juwan Jennings. That's a sleeper plus 210.
man, my sleeper is Juszczyk. Man, he had like
Yeah, he has not scored shit, has he?
no, not yet.
Yeah, he's due.
He's doing hit plus 450 for Juszczyk. So if you want to drop a little, a small little bet on Juszczyk, I think those are good odds for him. He had like 5 receptions last game, so I mean he's getting the ball. He
Yeah,
was
he's getting the ball.
he's
They're
getting
they're starting they're starting to get him the ball. That's their best offensive player right now. So gotta
uh,
give him the ball.
yeah. Other than Mason and right,
Other than Mason, but come on.
yeah.
Once McCaffrey comes back, he's done with.
I actually don't mind. Like also another sleeper. The 49ers defense may if they can get a touchdown this game too. Just because I
Mhm.
think the Rams they're too beat up to go against this team right now. Like you said, it sucks because Sean McVay is such a good coach.
Yeah, sucks to see, honestly.
But let's move on. We got the Lions and the Cardinals.
Mm. This is another difficult game.
Mm-hmm.
Just mainly based off, I really like the Cardinals from the beginning, but
Yeah,
this is most likely will be a get right spot for the Lions. And I don't like the Lions. I hate them with a passion. Um, this should be a get right spot for the Lions. They should have probably won the last game too against the Bucks, but you see they shot themselves in the foot. Give me the Lions for this one.
Real quick, I do think the Lions win this game, but to be safe, I got the Cardinals plus 7.5 with a
Mhm.
Marvin Harrison touchdown plus 175 odds. That's what I like for that game. I think
Yeah,
Marvin
that's
Harrison
solid.
after last week, he's gonna keep balling out. He's gonna be like JJ his rookie year or some shit, you know?
No, hell yeah, I would love to see that. I like the Cardinals.
I don't hate them winning the first half in this game either. I know you like to throw that bet out a lot.
Hmm.
First
For
half
who, the Lions or the? Yeah,
the
that's
card
solid.
or for the
That's
Cardinals.
solid. Yeah, and they're home. Shit. I mean, honestly, Kyler's playing lights out, bro. Like
Yeah,
this might be the game where everybody's taking the Lions just because they lost. Ooh, but it might be an overreaction, you know. I do
yeah.
like the Cardinals too. Like I'm not. I'm on the fence about it too. But you know.
Um, I think also alternate over to like 47.5, gonna be a high scoring game. I think both offenses are both defenses aren't great, you know, and both offenses are above average.
Hmm. Kyler
Um,
got weapons over there.
moving on real quick, man. Baltimore Ravens at Dallas Cowboys. Real close odds here. -115 for Ravens, -105 for the home team Cowboys. I don't think the Ravens start 0-3. That's the only reason I'm picking them. I like Derrick Henry touchdown and the Ravens +3.5, +150 odds.
So that was where I was gonna get into with my pick. Just basically because I as well would think the same way. Like there's no way the Ravens start 0-3, but Dallas Cowboys are home, and I don't expect them to play the same way they played last week. See what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Give me the Cowboys. Um, I'm not confident in that pick, but the Ravens do not look good this year, bro. Like
yeah.
they lost a bunch of defensive pieces. Um, this guy has no weapons essentially. It's just him.
Literally, Zay Flowers is
Zay Flowers and
and
maybe Likely here and there, but
Andrews isn't playing well this year either. You know.
yeah, they're slowly phasing him out. Likely getting more reps and targets than him.
All right, we got less than a minute here, so we're gonna go over the last
Ah,
game. I like the Chiefs money line -160. I like Pitt's touchdown +170. That's all I got here. What you got?
yeah, I got the Chiefs. Give me the spread -3.
Okay. All right.
Oh,
Pacheco's out.
yeah,
Fuck.
no Pacheco,
But
but I still think they get it done. Like
yeah, they have enough weapons to do
they
it.
have enough, and it's fucking Patrick Mahomes. Like, come on.
Yeah. All right, though. Thanks, Joe. Man, tune in next week. Rest in peace, Sway. Man,
All right,
let's
peace.
win